DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal. He knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. Keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Longhorns ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Perez. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Mobley. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screen play. How does that happen?
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Running inside. It's Mobley. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed block.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Carr. Oh, they're after him. And he makes it past the first down marker, hits the slide, and they'll move the sticks.
It just must be so nice to be such a good athlete and to realize 4th down, I want to pass the football, nobody open, I got this. I can take off, I trust myself, and he gets the first down. And these are the ones that just frustrate, annoy defenses by 4th down on your own side of the field, and he just took matters into his own hands.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. A great catch and run for 6.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Wingo. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Might as well stick with him. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
You know, God bless Texas because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance. Because of those names you just mentioned, we're expecting this running game to be elite.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Stepping to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. You force them into 3rd and medium. Now you get a situation where you're playing pass, but, man, got to do a better job of keeping that rabbit in the cage. Don't let him outside the pocket because when he does, you see right there, he chews up 10 quick and gets that 3rd down conversion.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Sixth play of the drive coming up. They'll give it to Brown. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, Manning. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Using his feet. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
Well, as this offense is trying to find their rhythm and try and get on the scoreboard, you're trailing 7-0. It's been the running game that has gotten them into position in this drive, right? You're down in the...
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Texas! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Play action, C.J. Carr. Fires to the middle. Got his man on the right. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. Just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Carr above the noise. He's got him in the flat. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield.
Man, sometimes these receivers/running backs just make you look good. Third down, everything covered. Nice defensive coverage, drop back, taking away option 1, taking away option 2. But how about the running back slipping out of the backfield, catching the football behind the line of scrimmage, but giving great effort, making the big play for this offense to move the sticks.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Carr to throw for it on 4th. Fires left. He's got it. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Notre Dame! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Here's Brown to begin the drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try it again. Might have a chance. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Listen, at this point, the end of the 1st half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Using the quick game. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Manning to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give is to Williams. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Working that left side now. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Irish use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Again, it's Carr. Here's a heat. And it's a sack.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Quick completion on the out route. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. He wants to go deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
This offense has been money on 4th down here in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. 4th down, Carr. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Hoosiers who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. First down, right back to Brown. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Here we go, ready.
Motion from the back. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. Finds his man down the middle. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll go with Brown. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt. But I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. A give to Brown. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And, man, this is a big decision coming up, right? Like, this is still a tie football game.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. This is a designed run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football now.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The give is to Williams. Got enough for the first. Gives him the big stiff arm. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Here's Carr to throw. Makes a catch. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Makes the grab. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Now here's Carr. Here comes the heat. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
You know, in these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
And he got it! They take the lead here in the 4th.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
Still on his feet. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Brown again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. On 3rd down, here's Brown. Here's a little room there. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture.
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. The running back has it. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Hand off for Brown. Touchdown, Texas! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And they did tack on the extra point. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Finds us back in the middle. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Carr. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. Spins away from the defense. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
Fires to the big fella. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
The run inside. It's Mobley. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Carr above the noise. Throwing right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Timeout called by the defense, 2:09 remaining on the clock. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Maybe a crease. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. So after getting nabbed for holding, it's 2nd and long. Here's Arch to throw. Got his man downfield. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Past the 30. Inside. Touchdown, Longhorn. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing, Carr. Using his legs to buy some time. Hit as he throws. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
such a hard position to be successful in when you know you need 2 scores and it's under 2 minutes. The defense, look at them. Great job playing pass, understanding the situation, breaking on the football, and ending this football game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He stopped, but it'll be enough for the 1st down, and they are going to waltz out of here with a win.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done.
There's a crease. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to put a bow on this one.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
2nd and long here, but objective number 1, keep that clock moving. Arch is going to throw for it. Complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. The Longhorns line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Quickly complete. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air, it's Carr. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having